Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy AI Legends, and today I am back with the next part of What If Naruto Went Back in Time. If you did not watch previous parts of it, so go subscribe and open my channel where you can find the first and second part of this, and it is the third part of it. So now let's get into this video. Last time we left off when Minato became a little suspicious about Naruto as there was uncatching similarity between this Naruto and his child, Naruto Uzumaki, the whisker marks and everything. And he became a little suspicious, so he confronted him, and Naruto explained everything to Kushina and Minato and used a jutsu so that both of them can remember what happened to the life of Naruto as Minato and Kushina got all the memories that how they sealed away the nine tails into their child and both of them died. Minato also remembered what happened during the war as he was there. Being a reanimation, he was not destroyed. So he saw how Naruto went back in time, but he was not able to do so himself. But now he remembered everything. As both of them became quite sad and hugged Naruto. And it was a little strange for both of them because now Naruto is even older than both of them, being over 100 years old. But they did not care, it was still their child. And they also got a mini version of him now, as Naruto became the leader of Team 7 along with Kakashi, who was insisting him to become the partner of him as well. So Naruto accepted it. Now let's get into this part. Naruto took Hinata, Naruto, and Sasuke along with Kakashi to a little training trip for 1 month because he did not want to do this stupid day rank mission that will not help them. As for their training, he can do it by himself. So he took the permission from Minato and he went with Kakashi and Team 7 to a training ground where the present Naruto wanted to train with his previous master Naruto Uzumaki, but Naruto told him that no, today he is not going to train him because he is going to be trained by Kakashi, and Kakashi is going to teach him quite good jutsus and different techniques, and you should learn something from him as well. Even though Naruto was not quite happy about it, but he still accepted because he cannot disrespect the person who is probably the most closer to him. As then Naruto went with Sasuke to a different location, and Kakashi was training Naruto and Hinata and told both of them to spar with each other. That will improve the taijutsu of both of them. Hinata being able to use Byakugan, her precision and speed will improve, and Naruto will know how to improve his taijutsu even greater, and that will benefit both of them. In the meanwhile, Naruto took Sasuke with him to a different location. Naruto said, "Okay, Sasuke Uchiha, now tell me, what do you know about the Sharingans?" As Sasuke said, "The Sharingan?" Naruto said, "Yeah. How many stages are there of the Sharingan?" Sasuke said, "Oh yeah, there are 3 stages of the Sharingan, 1 Tomoe to 3 Tomoe." As Naruto smirked and said, "Well, just as I thought, you only know the basics of the Sharingan." As Sasuke was confused because Itachi never massacred the clan, so Sasuke did not knew about the Mangekyo Sharingan. Then Naruto started to explain that the 3 Tomoe only scratches the surface of the power of Sharingan. There is another level of Sharingan above it, known as the Mangekyo Sharingan. And Naruto started to explain that all Mangekyo have different abilities and different powers, the strong visual powers as well as ability to attack their opponent with black flames, Amaterasu. As Naruto also explained about the Susanoo, as Sasuke was amazed that there is such a level exists of the Sharingan. Sasuke said, if there is such a level, why there is no one who has the Mangekyo Sharingan? Naruto said, well, There are many people who have the Mangekyo. Even your father and your elder brother has the Mangekyo. It is just that you don't know right now. They must be thinking that when you became a little older, they will help you to awake your Mangekyo because it is not easy at all. As Naruto said, well, there is another thing. If you overuse your Mangekyo Sharingan for a little too long period of time, you will get blind and will not able to see anything anymore. Sasuke was shocked to hear this. He never thought that by using his Sharingan he will get blind. But Naruto explained that how there is another level of Mangekyo Sharingan. If he achieved that, he will never get blind. And then Naruto explained that how you have to take the eyes of your blood relative, like brother, son, or any other, to get the internal Mangekyo Sharingan. As Sasuke was now prepared for his training, as Naruto said, okay, I will help you so that you can awake your Mangekyo Sharingan. But first, you have to master your own Sharingan. For that, you have to awake the third Tomoe in your right eye. So, let's get started. As Sasuke had the determination in his eyes as he awake the Sharingan in both of his eyes, and the training start. For Sasuke, it was the most brutal training that he ever had. Naruto was training him as hard as possible. Naruto was mainly training him because he knew that Sasuke was still the reincarnation of Indra, and if he saw that Naruto was getting special treatment, he will get jealous of his power and he will follow the path of darkness and he will bear hatred in his heart for Naruto. So, this future Naruto decided to train him so that he will never get the complex of inferiority. At the end of the day, Naruto and Sasuke finished their training, and Sasuke had the three Tomoe in both of his eyes, and finally he was ready for the next level. As Sasuke said, okay, now I have the three Tomoe. Now what should I do to awake the Mangekyo Sharingan? As Naruto said, alright, that is good. But for you to awake the Mangekyo Sharingan, you have to first master your Sharingan, all the abilities that the regular Sharingan provide. And for that, you have to train by someone who has the Sharingan. As Sasuke said, okay, so when do I get the Mangekyo? As Naruto said, just like I explained a moment ago, first you have to master the abilities you have now. Otherwise, you will never be able to master or awake the Mangekyo. As Sasuke said, okay. Naruto said, okay Sasuke, you will be trained by Kakashi for next 15 days so that you can harness some of the power of the Sharingan. Then, after that, you will come to me, and then the remaining time I will train you and we will try to awake the Mangekyo Sharingan. Do I make myself clear, Sasuke Uchiha? And Sasuke said, yes, sir. As Sasuke got great respect for Naruto now because he saw that only the 2 days of training and he developed his Sharingan from 1 Tomoe to 3 Tomoe in both of his eyes, and he was quite grateful for that. Naruto smirked and said, okay, now go and relax and spend some time with your teammate, and always remember the team is your friend and you have to protect your friends, okay? As Sasuke nodded and went with Naruto and Hinata to ramen stand, as it was the treat from the future Naruto to the Team 7. Kakashi and future Naruto was also there, and they were eating ramen and spending time with each other. As the 1 month training period goes on, Naruto trained the present Naruto and Hinata for the rest 15 days, and after that the remaining time he spent on Sasuke. While during training, Naruto put Sasuke within a strong Genjutsu by using his own Mangekyo Sharingan. As I explained in my first part, Naruto has the abilities of Obito, Kakashi, and even Madara's Sharingan. and as well as the Rinnegan that Sasuke had in the original timeline, and the Rinnegan, the Lambo clones of the Madara. So, Naruto put Sasuke within a strong genjutsu where he saw that his brother massacred the whole clan, and then he killed his best friend Naruto and then his teammate Hinata in front of his eyes, and he was laughing at his face. After seeing such a trauma, Sasuke was bleeding from his eyes, and he finally came out of the genjutsu as Naruto dispelled it. As when Sasuke opened his eyes were full of red blood. Blood was leaking, and there was a pattern, a flower within the eyes of Sasuke. As finally he awakens the Mangekyo Sharingan. Then Naruto calms Sasuke down and then explained that how you have to kill the closest person to you to awake the Mangekyo Sharingan. It is said that you have to kill your friend or brother to get the Sharingan, but it is not right. You just have to feel strong traumas and emotions to awake the next level of Mangekyo Sharingan. And I just put you within a strong genjutsu where you saw your clan, your family, and your friends get massacred. That's why now you have the Mangekyo Sharingan. Even though Sasuke was not quite happy that he was being put under such a genjutsu where his whole clan was massacred, but he was still grateful that now he has the Mangekyo. Naruto already knew that what the abilities of Sasuke's Mangekyo are, so he trained him on Amaterasu and other things. And then finally, before their training ends, Naruto went to Fugaku, to Uchiha complex where Itachi was there. When Naruto went with Sasuke, Fugaku and Itachi were surprised to see the legendary shinobi Naruto Uzumaki at their house, as both of them stood up and bowed to him and said, Great Lord, what are you doing here? As Naruto said, well, you don't have to be so formal. You can call me by my name. I am still so young. As both of them smiled. No, both of them laughed. As Naruto said, well, I am here to tell you guys something. As Fugaku said, well, is it about my son Sasuke? And looking at Sasuke, Naruto said, yeah. I have to tell you guys that Sasuke has finally awakens the Mangekyo Sharingan. When Fugaku heard that, he was amazed. He did not first believe that it was even possible. But then Naruto said, well, if you don't believe me, it means that you don't trust my training, huh? As Fugaku said, no, it is not like that. But Mangekyo Sharingan can only be awakened when you kill someone close to you. Naruto started to laugh and told Fugaku that it is totally wrong. You just have to feel strong emotions of loss or other things. And I put Sasuke within a genjutsu, not telling Fugaku what genjutsu it was, but telling him that it was a strong genjutsu where he saw some of the close people to him die, and then he awakes the Mangekyo Sharingan. As Fugaku thought about it, and it all get clear. Then Itachi said, so it means that now Sasuke has the Mangekyo Sharingan? Naruto said, yeah. And it is time for you three to get the eternal form. I already know that both of you have already awakened your Mangekyo Sharingan. As both of them nodded. Then Naruto explained the phenomena of the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, how all three of them can get the Mangekyo Sharingan. As then Sasuke switch eyes with Itachi, and then Itachi get the eternal Mangekyo as well as Sasuke. Then Itachi exchanged his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan with Fugaku. That's how Itachi already awakened the eternal. So Fugaku got the eternal, and Fugaku's eyes also turned into the eternal form within Itachi's sockets. So all three of them got the eternal form of the Mangekyo Sharingan. So it was win-win for all of them. Then rest of the 3 or 4 days, Naruto trained Sasuke on the abilities. In the meantime, Naruto was also training the future present Naruto with the help of his shadow clones as well as Sakura. No, sorry, Hinata with his shadow clones. And finally, 1 month training period ends. Now we get to their results. As now Hinata can make the same I think it was dragon fist on her hands as she used during the pain arc, as her taijutsu was even greater than Neji's, and she can also use rotation. One thing I would like to add that this time, because Naruto was here, so Neji's father did not die, so Neji was not the destiny is everything, that kind of person. He was more kind person towards Hinata and the main family. And then on the second hand, it Sasuke had already mastered. No, you cannot say mastered, but he got quite good hang of his Sharingan as he was still training by Naruto and as well as Kakashi. And now we cut back to Naruto. Naruto can now make. Now Naruto has 3 chakra natures: wind, water, and lightning. As he can add lightning chakra nature to his Rasengan and make the vanishing Rasengan, and he can also make the water prison Rasengan as well as the wind style Rasengan, not wind style Rasen Shuriken, but still the low version of it. You guys know it. And then it comes to the power of QB. Naruto can already go to KCM 1 and he was struggling with the KCM 2, but he still got a good hang of KCM 2. He can go into that form for about 5 minutes and after that his body cannot handle it. Naruto get okay. It seems that all 3 of them got quite good in power. So we should get the mission now. It is about time to get the Tazuna mission. As he went to the Hokage office and explained that their training period is over and now they want the missions, as the elders were there, as both of them were surprised to see Naruto in the Jonin vest and how young he actually looked. As Naruto looked towards both of them and said, "Yo, what are you staring at?" As both all 3 Hokage, third Hokage as well as elder said, nothing. We were just thinking that it seems that you want missions even more now, huh? As Naruto said, yeah, I got bored by being so old. So now I just want missions to get, you know, in the fit condition after all. As all 3 of them chuckle at this, Minato said, okay, I will give you guys a C-rank mission. As the same Tazuna arrived, and this time he did not make fun of anyone after seeing that the legendary shinobi himself was going to protect him in this mission. But elders and third Hokage did not understand that why Naruto was taking missions again, because he stopped taking missions and went on his own missions for a long time. But it seems that he wants to be a Jonin sensei once again, and all 3 of them came to the conclusion that after Minato, Naruto wants to become Hokage. So they did not mind it, because Naruto had already explained that he had special powers. Because of them, he cannot grow any further, or his growth speed is quite slow. So they did not mind it at all. After all, Naruto was their superior and even stronger than first Hokage and considered to be one of the founders of the village. So the arguing with him is pointless. And now Naruto went with the Tazuna, as all of them were on high guard, but they were still talking with each other. And then Kakashi said, Lord Naruto, it seems that why do you want such low level missions? You can already go on S-rank missions if you want. As Naruto said, yeah Kakashi, I can go on such missions, but I am quite bored in the village and I just wanted to be around kids to feel, young again. As Kakashi smiled a little and said, Naruto said, well, I hope you don't mind that I am with you in these missions and I am with your team. I know that it was officially your team, but because of my request, I am the leader of the team. As Kakashi said, no, it's an honor to work with you. After all, you are a great shinobi. As the legends state that you are even stronger than Hashirama and you defeated him. As Naruto said, yeah, I worked with Hashirama for quite some time. He was quite strong shinobi. But it's true that I defeated him in my first battle. As we had other battles as well, but I won all of them. But don't worry, I am not weakened by the old age at all. I am still good as I was once before. As Kakashi nodded. After that, all of the Naruto had already sensed the demon brothers that were in the puddle, who did not notice that who they are going to be up against. As Naruto chuckled, now remembering that how he dealt with those demon brothers, and he was glad that Zabuza was still going to be after them, and he still wanted to meet Haku and this time save both of them. As the demon brothers attacked, but they did not knew that Naruto, Sasuke and Hinata had already noticed them. Because of their training, one thing Naruto teaches all of them was how to sense the chakra signature and how to see through Genjutsus. These abilities are essential for a shinobi to become a great leader and a great shinobi. So they were good at it and they already sensed who these shinobis were. And just when the demon brothers tried to attack Naruto and Kakashi, they met with kicks from both Naruto and Sasuke, which sent them flying. But both of them were able to catch themselves and dashes towards Naruto and Sasuke. And then both of them smirked as they were close to each other. Then suddenly they moved aside as Hinata was standing behind and she smiled and said, Kirin, Kaiten, as she started to rotate and both the demon brothers smashed into the Kaiten and were sent back flying. And then Naruto and Sasuke came behind both of them. Naruto with the Rasengan and Sasuke with the Chidori. As Sasuke slammed the Chidori through the shoulder of the demon brother and Naruto's Rasengan smashed the demon brother into the ground, knocking him out. As Naruto said, now that was easy, as both Naruto as well as Kakashi walked up to the demon brothers and asked them questions, as Naruto already knew that Tazuna was lying, but Tazuna was still revealed, and he did the same thing and pleaded with the future Naruto to help him, as how he is the legendary shinobi and he can he can easily take on Gato and finish his terror from the wave. As Naruto says, okay, it seems that we are going on a high rank mission than the C rank. I suppose it's B to low A rank. As Tazuna nodded and both of them started to walk away. After some time, the same mist arrives and Zabuza appears and Troy said, and the same thing he did. As with the sword, as all of them ducked and he went to the tree, but when he saw towards the blonde hairs and the whisker marks and the guy who was standing behind, just beside Kakashi, his heart just missed a beat as he stuttered, what? How are you here? As Naruto smirked, because Zabuza knew about the great legend of the legendary shinobi himself, Naruto Uzumaki, and he knew how he looks, as the whole world knew how Naruto actually looks, and he don't age at all, which impresses and shock most of the people there. And then Naruto said, well, it seems that it's the demon of the mist himself. So, how can I help you, Zabuza Mamochi? As Zabuza was stuttering now. He did not he did not have the guts to take on such a shinobi, no matter how strong he actually is. The legends himself states that Naruto is the strongest shinobi to ever live, only to be rivaled by the power of the Sage of Six Paths. As Naruto said, it seems that you are after our client Tazuna. I'm sorry, Zabuza, but you are not taking him out. And if you really want to take us all on, it is good for you. But just remember that you will not left this ground alive if you went after me or any of my pupils. As Zabuza now had no choice. Naruto said, just wait a little, Zabuza, and call your disciple to come out. I can already sense him. As Zabuza signaled Haku to arrive as Haku came there. And Naruto said, well, it seems that you are from the Yuki clan of the ice users, right? As Haku was surprised. He knew that this guy was a legendary shinobi, but she never thought that he will already knew his identity. As he said, yeah, my name is Haku. As Naruto said, yeah, I know that. Okay then, now you guys have two choices. Either you can fight us, or you can just come to Leaf Village, where it is my word that you will be protected and you can become the shinobi of the village, of our village. And I'm pretty sure it is quite tiring for you guys to be missing nins and wandering here and there for the missions. So, what will you say about it, Zabuza? Zabuza started to think as his mind was now at top speed. Taking such a shinobi on was just a suicide. Zabuza himself was not sure if he can take on Kakashi, but fighting with such a shinobi was out of question. So finally he made his decision and said, well, I am not foolish enough to fight against you, because I know that I will be slaughtered with less than a second. So I will choose the next one. As Naruto said, well, that was brilliant of yours. Otherwise, you know the outcome. As then, both of them, all of them, came along to Tazuna, where the bridge was completed. As the present Naruto saw the condition of the wave, and he became quite sad and told Sasuke that they should do something about it. Sasuke said, the situation here is already bad enough. So, what should we do to help them? Naruto said, well, I have a plan. As he smirked, Sasuke already knew the look on Naruto's face, so he smirked back. As then, all of them went to the Tazuna house, where they rest for some time. As the future Naruto wanted to train his students, but Naruto and Sasuke said they had something to deal with. Naruto said, okay, it's your choice. And then he went with Hinata to train her and trying to make her power even more evolved. In this time, Naruto was thinking that he should help this Hinata to evolve her Byakugan into the Tensegan, because after getting the power from the Sage of Six Paths, he also got some of the memories and some of the powers and the knowledge about the Byakugan and other shinobi world. So he knew that the evolution of the Byakugan is Tensegan. In the meantime, Sasuke and Naruto were in the forest. They were hunting, as there was a race that who will hunt the more. As Sasuke went into the right side of the forest and Naruto went to the left side. But unfortunately for Sasuke, Naruto had something that Sasuke did not have. That was the immense chakra, as well as the shadow clones. As Naruto made 100 shadow clones and ordered all of them to capture all the animals there. As when Sasuke came, he had 50 animals, but when Naruto came, he had 120 animals. And Sasuke said, what? How did you? Oh damn it, shadow clones. As Naruto started to laugh and said, well, that was easy enough. As Sasuke said, alright, you win this one, but next time I will win. Naruto said, yeah, okay. As then they made a stand in the wave country and they started to cook or fry different meats, and then all the people started to gather up, and then Naruto pick up the board that everything is free, and all of the waves people were surprised and became happy as it was a great festival within the waves country. Sasuke was using his Sharingan to cook as fast as possible. Naruto was also using his shadow clones, not to be undo by Sasuke, as it was another competition between two rivals. In the meantime, Naruto already trained Hinata, and then he healed her up, and then both of them went to the wave country, and when they saw the festival, they went there to see that how Naruto and Sasuke were doing, as both of them smiled at them. Then finally, what we are waiting for, the goons of the Gato arrived and said, "Who dares to put the stand there? It is the land of our leader, Gato." Who did that? As all the waves people stand back, as Naruto and Sasuke came in front and said, "We are the one who placed that stand there. And now, what are you going to do about it, huh, bald man?" As he said, "How dare you?" As he tried to attack Naruto, but Naruto catches the fish so easily, and then he break the arm of the guy who was now screaming in pain, as one of the goons said, "You little brat," as he put out his katana and tried to attack Naruto, but Sasuke came in front and catches the katana with a single hand and kicked the goon on his face so hard which sent him flying, as all other goons started to attack Naruto and Sasuke, but they were destroying them like they were nothing. As one of the goons survived and started to run, as Naruto made a shadow clone which started to follow the goon so that they can find the hideout of Gato. As Naruto was impressed, as he thought that it seems that their teamwork is good enough and their friendship is also growing. Well, that's okay. As then all of them went to the house of Tazuna. As but this time Zabuza and Haku were with them. Next day, Naruto told Zabuza and Haku to team up against Team 7, as Kakashi was not very sure about it, because even though he knows that Sasuke and Naruto, even Hinata are strong, but Zabuza was still a Jonin, and this Haku kid is already a Chunin level. But Naruto told Kakashi that it will be alright. As then Zabuza followed the orders of Naruto as well as Haku as the battle starts. As Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata team up with each other, and then Zabuza and Haku were on a single team. Then Zabuza nodded to Haku as Haku suddenly make the senbons out of ice and attacked so that he can separate both Naruto and Sasuke as well as Hinata. But he was surprised to see that. But he was surprised to see that how Hinata came forward and started to spin, and then Haku realized that she is a Hyuga and she can use the techniques of Hyuga, the kiting technique, as she easily deflected all the Sambons that were coming towards the team. Then Zabuza in this time already made 4 of the clones of the water who dashes towards Naruto and Sasuke and Hinata, as their main objective was first to take down one of them, as they thought that Hinata was the weakest, but the clones take on Naruto and Sasuke 2 on 1, and Haku dashes towards the Zabuza dashes towards Hinata as he tried to deliver a punch on her face, but he was surprised to see that how easily she dodges it, and then she smirked and said, "You are in my field of vision," as Zabuza quickly realized his mistake, as the Hinata said, "Now 2 palms, 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, and finally 64 palms as she attacked and blocking most of the paths of the Zabuza, but he still was able to make some distance as most of his chakra points were now blocked as Hinata was not able to completely cut out his chakra network because even though she was strong, but Zabuza was still a Jonin. As then he said, huh, it seems that I can expect nothing less from the pupil of the legendary shinobi and the disciple of the Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja, as Hinata spoke. In the meantime, Naruto and Sasuke had already destroyed the water clones. As Haku said, alright, now it is my turn. As he made the ice mirrors and trapped all of them into the ice dome. As then he entered into the ice dome and became the ice himself and started to attack them. But she was surprised to see that all of them were doing quite well, as Hinata can easily deflect or avoid them because of her Sharingan as well as Sasuke. But Naruto precision speed was so great that even though he did not have any dojutsu, but still it was like he could already, his eyes were like the Sharingan and he could already see where the attack coming from. As Zabuza said, well, it is not going very well, as he nodded towards Haku, who nodded back as Zabuza made the water dragon as Haku froze the dragon as the dragon dashes towards the ice dome, breaking it and slamming himself into the team 7. But when the smoke cleared, Haku and Zabuza thought that they had already won, but then they saw that the yellow glow inside as it was Naruto in his KCM form, and he had already protected as well as Sasuke using the Mangekyo Sharingan and the Susanoo, and Naruto had the face of the 9 tails as well as Sasuke had the Susanoo shield on it. It was just like in Boruto series when Naruto and Sasuke combined both of their powers. Yeah, just like that. As all of them were surprised to see that as Naruto smirked. Now, this present Naruto was finally able to pull off only the head of the 9 tails, but it was still good enough. As finally, Naruto said, alright, that is enough. Now, I have to defeat you guys. As Sasuke said, nah, I'm going to defeat them first. Naruto said, oh really now? Then it's a competition. Sasuke said, yeah, you're lost. As both of them dashes towards Haku and Zabuza, trying to take out either one of them who is going to take out the enemy first. As Zabuza engaged in a taijutsu battle with Naruto and Sasuke got in a battle with Haku. Haku had no chance against the Mangekyo Sharingan activated, and Naruto was already dominating Zabuza as he was now in his KCM 1 form. So both Haku and Zabuza got destroyed so casually from these cannons as Naruto came back to his base form as well as Sasuke, who deactivated the Mangekyo Sharingan. As Kakashi was surprised and amazed to see as he looked towards Naruto, who was smirking, as Kakashi already knew that he had nothing to do with these powers. It must be Lord Naruto who taught both of these kids such powers. Even the Hinata showed a lot of promise, being able to use the Kaiten technique of the Hyugas and the 64 palms already was quite good enough. As then, all of them went to the bridge where Gato arrives, and this time Naruto and all of the team destroyed his goons. But before Kakashi can kill Gato, Naruto arrives there, the future Naruto, with the paper and said, well, Gato, we can spare your life if you want to, but you have to sign these papers. As Kakashi was surprised as the paper said that all of the money is now belongs to him. As Gato quickly signed the papers as Naruto smirked and said, "Alright." I said, "I will spare your life," but I said nothing about them, as Gato saw that all of the people of the wave came there, as Gato was terrified, as the people of waves destroyed Gato and finally killed him. And Gato is dead. Naruto gave away the 40% of the money to the land of waves, Daniel, and the remaining money to the land of fire, Daniel, and he took 20% of the money for himself as for the hidden leaf. So finally, the land of waves arc completed, this time with two members, the the Ice Clan user Haku, as well as one of the swordsmen of the mist, Zabuza. Okay guys, here I will love this part. Hope you guys like it. Please like and subscribe. Tell me in comments and tell me about what should be the ship, as I am already thinking about one thing. So if you have any other suggestions, you can just tell me in comments. Okay guys, peace.